Watch the NFL on EA Sports. And we're in for a show from Anthony Richardson. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Patriots and the Jets, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is hit the conclusion of the 2023 season. Hard to believe, but we got a good one here between division rivals. And you like what the NFL's done here, making Week 18 all division games.
I think it's one of the more inspired moves by the league because they've made these matchups really count. And typically they mean something, not a lot.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway in Foxborough. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by the former Oregon Duck in his 9th NFL season now, Marcus Mariota.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field. Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Johnson goes in motion left. And he fends him off. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid. They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going. Down at the 25. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
Oh, look at the juke. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota.
Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Patriots 2-yard line.
Throwing, Mariota. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. K.J. Osborne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by an exciting athlete. 4th overall pick of the draft out of Florida, Anthony Richardson.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Richardson to throw. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. Kadarius Toney is intended target, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Jets defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long. I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Open man here is Conklin.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that'll change things a bit. 15 yards added on. Going to put him on the other side of midfield.
And add on a shake of the head defensively because he got caught where his hand wasn't supposed to be, and that cost him 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll get this down to the 38.
But they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
On second down, Spiller looking for space. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Richardson. That one caught by Rice. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Agnew now to return. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Jets will take over. New York set to take the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's more. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw, Mariota. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action now, Mariota. This short throw caught by Goddard. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Well, you look at this Patriots defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think plays like that will give them some confidence. Something sorely needed going against this unit.
Checks this one down to Robinson. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
This is taken at the 15. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first and 10 is Spiller. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Patriots had 5 and 11 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club. It's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. A gain there of 21 yards. Good work here by the tight end. It's a crossing route off of play action. They're going to let the slot receiver run a post to hopefully let the defense think they're taking a shot. And then they bring the tight end underneath, and it winds up a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They run behind center with Spiller. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jets' 22-yard line.
Warren will try the right side. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Fighting through, and he's got space. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first. Richardson out of the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble in 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
On the give, it's Warren. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Richardson on 3rd and short. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kadarius Toney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The New York set to take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Play fake. Mariota rolling to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Mariota. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment. Defense.
This is unbelievable.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap. Jump too quickly.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Mariota now. Sets up the screen to Robinson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 10 at the Patriots 31-yard line.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 22. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On play action, Mariota. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this one is no good. He missed it. And then we'll keep this a 3-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Richardson's throw complete there to Rice. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Richardson working from the gun. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down. Richardson has to get them to the line in a hurry now. Richardson now looking to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Warren. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to the air with Richardson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
First and 10, it's Richardson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Maybe he hits it in stride. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Tyler Conklin from 4 yards out. And the Patriots will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 14-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. Mariota. This short throw caught by Goddard. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down. Mariota to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Richardson looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Patriots first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Trayvon Walker makes the tackle. 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. Short throw. He's got Kraft. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, here's Agnew.
Holding. Receiving.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. They'll run this one right with Robinson. Pushes past him and running with power here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to give it to a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass. It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
New England's offense set to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. The drive starts with a give to Spiller, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
About a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback. They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. We're going to throw this. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quiddy Pay. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they're drawn up. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk. Unsuccessful. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Fielded at the 33. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense, they ready to head back onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
A lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Mario on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
They're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England trying to get to place on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be to gain that advantage here on this drive. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there, the New England 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Richardson on the bootleg here. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Off play action, Richardson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He was defended by Frankie Luvu.
From the shotgun, Richardson. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses, It's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time.
That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, New England. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up the secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 67 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Moore, the man in motion. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted there. The big running play, now the big passing play. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Patriots' 26-yard line.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. And pass complete to Moore. So the completion good for just 3. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Now Mariota. And he is caught. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Mariota. And a dump off here to Robinson. Touchdown Jets. Bijan Robinson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away.
Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll let Robinson try and run, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start. Offense.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They keep it on the ground with Spiller. He's got this almost to the 40 before going up. 14 yards is the pickup there in the New England first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Over the middle, complete. That's Rice. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. Nifty move. Justin Matabike there to bring him down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment. Defense.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Still first down.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. A handoff for Warren. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's a handoff to Spiller. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. This time, good ball security and a good result. 1st and 10. On the run, it's Warren. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game?
50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
On the counter, it's Spiller.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Richardson. A tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So out now come the Jets.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Option play. Here's Robinson.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Again, it's Robinson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi coming in and dropping for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1, and they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. Different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Patriots. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Got his man. It's Warren.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1. Richardson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Richardson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Meanwhile, Richardson's throw caught by Tony. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 15 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down by 15. 40 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Mariota. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here's Mariota. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's a win here for the Patriots. And it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, sometimes you just have those games where everything's clicking, and this was one of those days. He wound up with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. He was large and in charge all day long.
So for the Pats, they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a somewhat disappointing season as they'll wind up at 6-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brent.